Next topic is children who are special. Some children are special because they are differently abled. Okay, they might move around in a wheelchair or with the help of crutches, or they might need hearing aid to hear properly. Some children are not able to see, while some others cannot read or write fluently like their friends. So there are special children who are made differently as compared to the other children. They might move around in the society, especially in the wheelchair, because they can't work properly, or they will work with the help of crutches. Okay, even these children, they need hearing aids, or you can say hearing machine, which are attached in their ears, so that they can hear properly. Okay, some children who are not able to see. Okay, or some children who cannot read and write fluently as like the other children. Some special children need our special care and attention. So these type of children, they need special care and attention from us. They need love, respect and acceptance by others. So we should love them, respect their individuality, and we should accept them in our society like others. We should neither take pity on them nor make fun of them. We should not show sympathy because they are not able to see, they don't know how to speak fluently and read like others, right? We should neither show pity, that means sympathize them, or neither we should make fun of them, because they are special children. They are made up, they are also made uh, they they are also humans like us, so we should respect them rather than making fun of them. It is important that differently able children do not face discrimination. Okay, so it is important, that means it is our duty that every children should be given respect, and there should be no discrimination on the basis of their physical appearance. Okay, till recently, regular school did not admit children with special needs. So till you can say uh, um, many years back, okay, many schools, they, or you can say regular schools, they do not admit these children who are you can say special children in their school. Okay, so they had to attend special schools meant for them. So what did the Indian government, or the different types of country, they did that they have made a special schools for them, where only these categories of the students or the children will be admitted. But now there are many inclusive schools where children with special needs get the opportunity to study together with the other children, so that they might not feel that they belong to any separate category. So though many government, they have made this special school for these special childrens, but now our society is changing, right? So what did you can say many schools did that they started to take the admission of the special childrens in the you can say schools where other childrens, that means the normal childrens are also admitted in the same schools. So that why they are admitted, uh, because they do not feel that they do not belong to this category, or so that they are not discriminated in our society. Okay, so this is a great initiative by many schools who are taking admission, or you can say who are giving the opportunity to these special children to read, write and play in the school along with the other childrens. Okay, next is discrimination and inequality. We have studied that discrimination and prejudice often lead to different kinds of inequality in the society. So we have already studied that because of the discrimination and prejudice, there is many inequalities which are taking place in our society. One of the most prominent example of inequality is the caste system, in which people from the so-called upper classes consider everyone else in the society inferior and deny them most of their rights. So now we will discuss what are the different types of inequalities which are still prevalent in our society because of the prejudice and discrimination. One example is that there are many people okay, who still practice caste system in our country. Okay, that means, what do you mean by the caste system? The meaning of caste system is that the so called upper class of the society, they consider that the lower section of the society are inferior to them. Okay, and they try to dominate them, and they try to take their basic human rights from them. Okay, traditionally Indian society has been divided into four castes on the basis of occupation. So we have already discussed in the Vedic chapter, right, that in our ancient time our Indian society was divided into four categories according to the occupation, right? Brahmins, that means the priest category. Kshatriyas, that is the ruler and warriors category. Vaishyas, they were the traders, were considered to be the superior caste. So these three categories were referred as the superior caste. Okay, and therefore they were respectable. That means these three categories people were respected in the society, while the Shudras or the lower caste were oppressed and discriminated against. So what actually happened in our Indian society was that the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, they tried to dominate the lower caste, that is the Shudras. Okay, and they were discriminated on the basis of their occupation. So these caste system was prevalent in our Indian society. Until now there are many you can say discrimination which are taking place in our day-to-day life. An extreme form of discrimination was untouchability. So one of the famous practice of discrimination which was taking place in our India was untouchability. That means the person who belong to the higher, or you can say upper caste, they do not sit, they do not eat, or even they do not talk to the lower caste. Okay, they try to say that the lower caste are the untouchable. If we will touch them, we will be impure. According to this practice, the assumed lower caste people were considered impure and untouchable and were forced to live outside the boundaries of the society. So according to the untouchability, the lower caste people were considered the impure, okay, and they are untouchables, and these peoples, that means the lower caste people, were forced to live outside the society. They were not allowed to interact with the people belonging to the higher caste. So the lower caste people were not allowed to interact with the higher caste and were denied opportunities of education and even religious worship. So even different types of opportunities were not given to the lower section of the society. That means they were not given education, and even they were not allowed to worship in the temple. Okay, due to the effort of social reformers such as Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Sri Narayan Guru, Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar, the caste system as well as the practice of untouchability has been almost eradicated from the society. So with the help of some social reformers who played an important role in order to stop the caste system and untouchability from our Indian society, finally this practice was stopped from our Indian society. Who were they? They were the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Sri Narayan Guru, Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar. They played an important role, and because of them the untouchability and caste systems are almost stopped practice in our country. Today all men and women are treated as equals, and the practice of untouchability has been banned by the Indian Constitution. So at present all the men and women are treated equally in our society, and the practice of untouchability is banned by our Indian Constitution. Okay, next is equality in the Constitution. The framers of the Indian Constitution, led by the chairman of the drafting committee, that is B.R. Ambedkar, envisioned that all Indians should get equal rights and opportunities and be considered equal. So in our Indian Constitution, that means the chairman who had made our Indian Constitution, that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he said that all the Indians should get equal rights, okay, and equal opportunities, and they should be treated equality in our Indian society. The Constitution gives equal rights to men and women and does not allow any discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. So in our Indian Constitution, it provides equal rights to both the men and women, okay, and if any person try to discriminate on the basis of religion, for example Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, race, whether they are higher section or lower section, caste, sex, that means they are male, female or transgender, or the place of birth, they will be punishable. Only for some section of the society which have been traditionally denied right to the education, the constitution has made some special provision called the reservation, so that they can work at par with the rest of the people in the society. So after banning these type of you can say practices and making different types of equal rights and opportunities, still in our society there are some section who are not given you can say right to education. So that's why what did our Indian constitution did, our constitution had made a special functions or a special provision called the reservation system. Okay, reservation system to the backward section of the society of our society, so that they can work with the other section of the society, and they can be treated equally in the society. Who are they? They are the backward section of the society, just like SC, ST, OBC. Okay, women and people belonging to the so-called lower caste have certain numbers of seats reserved for them in government educational institution and office. So even not only the backward section of the society, but women's and other backward section, that is lower classes, that is SC, ST and OBC, their seats are reserved both in government educational institution and offices. Moreover, to ensure equality and justice, the Constitution has guaranteed every citizen of India certain basic rights irrespective of their differences in terms of caste, creed, sex, race and religion. So in order to make equality and justice to all the people who are living in our country, our constitution has made certain rights to all the citizens of our India, so that there will be no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, sex, race or religion. These are called the fundamental rights. So these are the fundamental rights which are given to every citizen of our country. There are at present 6 fundamental rights, and due to these fundamental rights, all are treated equality and they are getting justice in our society. The preamble of the Constitution of India truly reflect Dr. B.R. Ambedkar vision of a secular India free from a caste and communal biases. So the preamble, that is the introduction part of the of our Indian Constitution. If we read the preamble, we will come to know that the ideas of B.R. Ambedkar are reflected and it is used in our preamble, so that it can make our country secular. That means all are treated equally and there will be no distinction, no discrimination on the basis of caste and communal biases.